Front and Center. A focus on important and significant developments affecting the lives of Filipinos, not only in the Philippines, but also those living and working around the world. Join us in Front and Center. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Welcome to Front and Center here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service with me, Jerome Toledo, as we focus on developments in the Philippines, legislation that provides policies and directions that strives to promote a better economy for the country, issues that concern the welfare and well-being of every Filipino. All of these and more will be Front and Center. You can watch this program on our Facebook page, Radyo Pilipinas World Service, and you can hear us later of this program through our Evox PBS receiver app. And also, you can catch up our program on YouTube channel. That's Radyo Pilipinas World Service. And this is your host, Jerome Toledo, and this is the Front and Center on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Front and Center. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
This Sunday, September 21, large protest rallies will kick off in certain areas in Metro Manila. The rallies will take place in two areas, such as in EDSA and in Luneta. And thousands of protesters will be expected to join in the rallies amid the corruption scandal in the flood control projects that sent shockwaves in the government, which demanded for accountability of corrupt government officials and contractors and make those responsible answerable for their illegal actions. And President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. fully understands the sentiment and the public's outrage over corruption in flood control projects and other infrastructure projects. And he admitted that he might join in the demanding for accountability. However, the chief executive appealed for calm, warning that law enforcement authorities would be duty-bound to act if demonstrations turn violent. And speaking of law enforcement authorities, the Philippine National Police will be in charge of keeping the demonstrations peaceful and calm as possible. And what are their plans and how can they do it? So let's hear straight from the source. So we have now on the line the Chief of the Public Information Office and also the concurrent spokesperson of the Philippine National Police, none other than Police Brigadier General Randolph Tuanyo. Good morning, Brigadier General Tuanyo. This is Jerome Toledo of Radyo Pilipinas World Service. Thank you so much for joining us in the program.
So, Jerome, good morning and pleasure to be in the program.
Okay, thank you. So, this Sunday, thousands of protesters will be marching in or will be going into places in Metro Manila, particularly in EDSA and also in Luneta. And having said that, what are the preparations of the Philippine National Police on this protest this Sunday?
Yes, sir. We would like to tell the public that the Philippine National Police is fully prepared for the protest rallies on September 21. And Sir Jerome, I would like to say to the public that the preparations of the Philippine National Police is only not focused on the National Capital Region, but nationwide as well. And I would like to say that the crowd managers that to be deployed during the said period on September 21, we are allocating 50,335 nationwide. And Sir Jerome, and out of these 50,000 plus, we are allocating 9,000 plus for our checkpoints or control borders, as well as 5,900 in our CDM, or this will be our crowd managers. And we have standard support force of 4,500 plus, as well as we have drone operators, Sir Jerome. And in all, including the traffic, we will be actually deploying 23,201 during the September 21 protest rally.
So that's, you mentioned about 50,000 police force that will be deployed nationwide, and other than that, we have 9,000 police personnel that will be deployed in border checkpoints. That's across the country.
That is correct, Sir Jerome.
Okay. And also, AFP or Armed Forces of the Philippines has declared a red alert status. That's in light of the upcoming protest this Sunday. So, is the Philippine National Police will declare the same status like what AFP did?
Yes, Sir Jerome. While the Philippine National has always been in constant contact with armed forces of the Philippines, as of the moment, I just asked the PIO of the NCRPO. They are currently on heightened alert status, but come September 21, it will be on full alert status.
Okay. All right. So, do you have any information, Police Brigadier General Tuanyo? Do you have any information of the groups that will be joining the rallies?
Right now, we cannot give the exact number of the groups that will join the rallies as well as the exact name of the groups. But we always, as experience, expecting groups to be at the Edge Shrine as well as in Menjola, U.S. Embassy, Malacanang, Senate, and House of Representatives. And for these groups identified by the NCRPO alone, we are allocated around 2,810 members of our crowd managers.
2,800. That's for the crowd management. Okay. So yeah, having said that you mentioned about the 50,000 police personnel that will be deployed nationwide, plus 9,000 police personnel in border points, plus 2,800 crowd management units. So are these enough, or do we need additional help?
These are enough. Actually, we have reports received in Edge Shrine and in Luneta. But as I mentioned earlier, we are including the Menjola, the U.S. Embassy, the Senate and House of Representatives. And in those places, we are allocating 1,410. So that would be enough. But these numbers, Sir Jerome, I would like to emphasize that these are mere numbers, but what we are emphasizing is that the readiness of the Philippine National Police, we have to put these numbers, and the readiness of the Philippine National Police, that we have enough numbers to protect our public.
Okay. So what would be the policy then of the PNP regarding the rallies?
The policy would be to uphold the constitutional right to peaceful assembly while enforcing the no permit or rally rules, Jerome. Meaning, while the Philippine National Police expresses support to the right of freedom of expression of our rallies, we would like to say that we are going to implement the no permit or rally, meaning the Philippine National Police will not allow violations of law regarding the peaceful or the conduct of the protest rally comes September 21.
Okay, so are those protest organizers have applied for permit then?
As of this report, as I've talked with the PIO of NCRPO, we have not received any permit, but the BP 880 series 1985, so Jerome, it says that when an application should be submitted to the local chief executive or to the mayors 5 days prior to the date of the protest rally, and within 2 days, the local chief executive or the mayor should have acted on it. So meaning, not necessarily that the Philippine National Police have not received any permit to conduct rally. It doesn't mean that the permit applied by the organizers are not been approved. Meaning, it is leave approved 2 days when the local chief executive have not acted on it.
But of course, if the permit rally will not be approved within 2 days, and the people will still go to EDSA, to Luneta, to U.S. Embassy, to House of Representatives, will PNP secure those places?
Within 2 days, when the permit application permit has not been active, it is deemed approved. Meaning, technically, Sir Jerome, is considered there is a permit to conduct rally.
Okay, very well said. Okay, so how can the PNP assures the safety of the people that will be participating or will be joining in the rally? So what are the plans of the PNP to avoid any casualties on the police and at the same time on the demonstrator side?
Yes, Sir, I would like to say that the Philippine National Police will apply the same formula during the September 12 and September 13 rallies. Meaning, we have applied, number one, that the Philippine National Police will be present in all places of protest rally. And we are going to apply patience and maximum tolerance, and as well as the instructions of the SILG to always heed and listen to the sentiments of the people. For as long as they are approved rallies, they are peaceful assembly, and we are going to protect our public.
Okay. All right. So another question regarding this, Police Brigadier General Tuanyo. Has PNP monitored any threats so far? So, and how is PNP addressing these threats? Should threats are deemed to be credible?
As of today, the PNP has not received or monitored any threats for the planned mass protest actions of September 21. But the Philippine National Police do not be complacent in continuously monitoring the situation and will continue to prepare for any scenarios from September 21.
And the PNP is ready for to face and ready to address that threats, in particular the national security.
That is correct, Sir Jerome.
Okay, got it. Okay, so I'm down to last two questions. Police Brigadier General Tuanyo. Okay, so how is the PNP maintaining its neutrality in political issues in the country? Although our police force has their own opinions, but how can the PNP maintain its neutrality?
Yes, Sir Jerome, I would like to say that the PNP maintains its neutrality in political.
Okay, so we will try to establish our line again with the spokesperson of the Philippine National Police. That's Police Brigadier General Randolph Tuanyo. Okay, so while we are establishing our line again, so Police PNP will be deploying. We will be deploying 50,000 police force nationwide, and on top of that, PNP will deploy 9,000 police personnel in border checkpoints. That's in the whole country, and also a separate number, that's 2,800 personnel will be deployed under the crowd management unit of PNP. And at the same time, the PNP will be implementing a maximum tolerance when regarding this protest rallies that will taking place on Sunday. And also, police will be implementing the maximum tolerance, meaning police will not be avoiding, or police will avoid any clash with demonstrators as soon as possible. So that's in line with the appeal of President Marcos Jr. to demonstrators to observe calm and peaceful rallies. So I think we don't have Police Brigadier General Tuanyo on the line now, but in the meantime, as we will try to get his message regarding the protest rally, particularly the neutrality of the police force in political issues in the country. As we know, recently we had a leadership change at the House, and at the same time we had the protest rallies that is continuously happening across the metropolis. So we will try to get the side of the PNP regarding this issue. But in the meantime, we will have a very short break here on Front and Center on Radyo Pilipinas World Service. We will be right back.
Paliwanag mo sa tao na hindi totoo yan.
Dahil ang totoo, yung totoo ang dapat ninyong malaman.
Nagkalat sa internet ang fake news
Ang
o
ginagawa
mali
ng
at
fake news, tinatakot niyo yung tao.
What they are doing is creating panic.
We say no.
Yung pagkalat ng fake news, and some of it's dangerous.
Sana iwasan po natin pag-spread ng fake news.
At di magpapakalat ng disinformation at misinformation ang kasulukuyang administrasyon.
Stop telling us fake news because you're wrong.
Para sa totoo at mapagkakatiwalaang mga balita at impormasyon, Radyo Pilipinas.
This is a public service announcement.
Isang paalala mula sa National Telecommunications Commission, National Capital Region o NTC-NCR. Ang kanilang Oplan kontra tax scams. Oplan kontra tax scams. Binabalaan ng publiko na sakaling kayo ay makatanggap ng kakaibang text messages sa mga di kilalang numero o di kaya ay mga text messages na may kahina-hinalang mga link. Huwag pansinin, huwag pindutin, huwag i-click ang link.
Huwag i-click ang link.
Ipagbigay alam agad sa NTC website ntc.gov.ph o kaya'y sumulat sa kanilang email na contratextcam@gmail.com. Sa mga panahong ito, huwag padaya, maging wais na madla. Makibahagi sa Oplan Contra Text Cam. This is a public service announcement.
Public service announcement
From PBS, Presidential Broadcast Service, and Radyo Pilipinas.
Okay, welcome back to Front and Center here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service with me, Jerome Toledo. We don't have Police Brigadier General Randolph Tuaño on the line, but it's a good question that actually I'm going to ask to Police Brigadier General regarding the neutrality of the police force in the political issues in the country, and also we'll be getting his message regarding the protest rally because President Marcos Jr. is appealing to all demonstrators that will be participating for protest rallies in Sunday that they should observe calm and peace in exercising their right, their constitutional right for assembly in addressing the grievances and calling out corrupt government officials and also contractors. So the president is appealing for that calm, and we will watch for developments regarding this protest rallies on Sunday. So I hope it will be peaceful and it will not turn violent like what we witnessed in Indonesia and in Nepal, where in the protest rallies turned violent, which costed lives of people there. So we all hope for a peaceful demonstration in this country on Sunday. In the meantime, we have developments happening at the House of Representatives. That was yesterday, as later First District Representative Martin Romualdez has officially resigned as Speaker of the House of the Representatives. His resignation comes amid scandal involving alleged irregularities and kickbacks, and meaning to say anomalies in flood control projects, which he and other lawmakers have been implicated. And in his resignation speech, Romualdez decided to step down from the top congressional post to give way for the investigation of the newly created Independent Commission for Infrastructure, or ICI, which focuses on investigating the anomalies on the flood control projects as well as the infrastructure projects without any interference. And Representative Romualdez emphasized that the move was an act of service to protect the institution, which is the House of Representatives, and also the President. And he said that the move is aimed at restoring the public's trust to the House of Representatives. By the way, we will play a portion of the speech of later First District Representative and former House Speaker Martin Romualdez.
In his recent State of the Nation address, our President reminded us that accountability must prevail and that no one is above scrutiny. I fully and unequivocally embrace that call. The issues surrounding certain infrastructure projects have raised questions that weigh not only upon me, but upon this institution we all serve. Ang ating mga kababayan ay naghahangad ng linaw at higit sa lahat ng tiwala. Tungkulin natin ito'y may balik. The longer I stay, the heavier that burden grows on me, on this House, and on the President I've always sought to support. And so, after deep reflection and prayer, I have made a decision today with a full heart and a clear conscience. I tender my resignation as Speaker of the House of Representatives. I do this so that the Independent Commission on Infrastructure may pursue its mandate freely and fully, without doubt, without interference, without undue influence. Walang pipigil, walang makikialam. Let the truth emerge and let justice be done. My colleagues, carry forward the work of this institution with unity and resolve. To the Filipino people, never lose faith in democracy, for it remains capable of self-correction and renewal.
Representative Martin Romualdez. And following the resignation of Representative Romualdez from the House Speakership, Isabella's 6th District Representative Faustino Boji D. III was elected as the new Speaker of the House. He gained the majority vote of his fellow congressmen at the House. And Representative D. III was the only nominee for the position and secured the vote of the most of the House members. And here's the part of the speech of Representative and now the House Speaker, Faustino Boji D. III.
Batid ko po na marami sa ating mga kababayan ang nasasaktan at nagagalit na dahil sa mga kasalukuyang kaganapan. Naiintindihan ko po kayo. Bilang anak ng lalawigan ng Isabela, alam na alam ko po ang mga pagsubok na dala ng matinding bagyo, ang pagkasira ng mga bahay at buhay tuwing tumataas ang tubig baha. Sa ngalan nila, tinatanggap ko ng buong kababang loob ang hamon ng pagiging Speaker of the House. Ako na ho ang unang magsasabi sa ating mga kababayan. Meron po kaming pagkukulang. Kami po ay nagpapakumbaba sa inyo. Nakikiusap po kami na sana bigyan nyo kami ng pagkakataong ituwid ang mga maling kalakaran at linisin ang aming hanay. Nakikiusap po kami na magbigyan niyo pa kami ng tsansang makuha muli ang inyo pong tiwala. Ako po ay kaisa ng ating mahal na Pangulo sa kanyang layunin na linisin ang pamahalaan upang tayo ay bumangon muli. Under my leadership, this House will change. I will not defend the guilty and I will not shield the corrupt. Gaya ng paninindigan ng ating Pangulo, no rank, no ally, no office will be spared from accountability. We must strengthen the Oversight Committee and fully cooperate with the Independent Commission of Infrastructure. Our duty is not to protect each other. Our duty is to protect the Filipino people. Alam kong maaaring maging puno ito ng panganib. Dahil sa mga maaaring matapakan, sinusugal ko ang aking pangalan na matagal ko pong pinagpaguran. Yayakapin ko ang sakripisyong ito nang maibsan ang mas mabigat na sakripisyong kinakaharap ng ating mga kababayan. Malinaw sa akin na higit matimbang ang aking pananagutang itaguyod ng ating saligang batas at unahin ang kapakanan ng mas nakakarami. Hindi ko hayaan ang sino man na membro dito sa 20th Congress na gamitin ng Kongreso para sa kanyang personal na interes. Panahon na nang ituon natin ang ating paningin sa mga pangailangan ng ating mga kababayan. Sila ang rason kung bakit tayo naririto. Huwag sana po natin kalimutan yan. Sila ang unahin natin bago ang pangsariling kapakanan. Kung meron pong dapat na managot sa mga umuugong na mga paratang na ito, titiyakin natin na magiging patas ang mga pagdinig.
And that was the newly elected House Speaker Faustino Boji D. III of Isabela 6th District. And he said, and Representative D vowed in his speech that the House will fully cooperate with the newly created Independent Commission for Infrastructure Inquiry. And Representative D. III said that he would not defend the guilty and not shield the corrupt. That's his commitment when he assumes the post as the House Speaker. So he will not spare anyone or will not protect any lawmakers, his fellow lawmakers. Who are being involved in the anomalous flood control, in the anomaly in the flood control projects. And Representative or House Speaker D. III also said that he wants to earn back the public trust and is aligned with the president's goal of cleaning up the government. So that's why he accepted the challenge to become a House Speaker, so that he wants to, because he wants to restore the public's trust that was damaged due to this corruption scandal on the flood control projects. And House Speaker D emphasized that under his leadership, the House would change and will implement change. And he vowed to be transparent and accountable. So that's a good thing that the House leadership under Representative D will be transparent and accountable under his leadership. So that will be that will enable ICI to investigate these anomalies in the flood control projects. And lastly, upon the assumption of Representative D to the House Speakership, in a statement, Malacanang said the Marcos administration looks forward to working with newly installed Speaker Faustino D. III following the resignation of the late Representative Martin Romualdez as leader of the House of Representatives. The palace respects the independence of the lower chamber and acknowledges the contributions of former Speaker Martin Romualdez. And the palace also assured the public that the administration remains committed to constructive collaboration with all lawmakers to keep the focus on the needs of Filipino families and move the nation forward, and that's in time for the deliberation on the 2026 national budget. So we hope that the under the leadership of Representative or House Speaker Faustino D. III, it will be transparent and they will hold lawmakers accountable if any lawmakers will be found guilty of partaking in anomaly and corruption in the flood control project. So I hope there will be. I hope House Speaker Faustino D. III will spare no lawmakers in finding the truth behind these anomaly in the flood control projects. And that's all we aim for. And with that, we now end this edition of Front and Center here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service. Together with our production team and technical personnel, this is your host, Jerome Toledo. Until next time, mabuhay.
You have just heard and watched Front and Center. Front and Center. Join us again for another edition here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service. Front and Center.